What's up, fuckers? Girlster back here with another analog Conjurations video. This is number 20, and goddamn, do I have a big stack of death metal for you guys. I've been in the death metal mood definitely this week. I don't know why, I've just really been into death metal, so I hope you guys get some new listens out of this. Got some classics and modern classics in this stack, so I hope you guys get some new listens out of this one. So let's get it started. If you guys ever saw Infidel Amsterdam's channel, Ed Vedder, good old Ed Vedder, he talked a lot about this band in the past, and that's actually how I discovered him. And I really wish they released more material, but unfortunately I think they're on hold or something like that, because this is the only full length that they unfortunately released. This is Maniacal Miscreation by the almighty Cerebral Bore. Scottish death metal. And straight off the top, I should say, I don't think I own any other records that have pick squeals in them. And honestly, if they sound this fucking brutal and this fucking good, I might look for some more that have that. I mean, this is brutal death metal with pick squeals, and I'd never really delved into that shit. But the vocalist, Sam, female fronted, I should say, does it so well. She goes from low gutturals to fucking pick squeals, and it just works so fucking good. But yeah, Earache released this way back when, in 2011, I think, or 2012, something like that. And this is the red edition. This was limited to 200 copies. I think there was 1,000 records in total, and I think this was the second most limited one. I'm not sure, but yeah, I got this recently off Discogs, and I really lucked out because I've always been looking for a vinyl copy of this. This is a copy of all the members there, Psalm there, and then that's Paul there. I fortunately got to see these guys with Dying Fetus and Cattle Decapitation many years back. I don't even remember what year it was. Unfortunately, Sam was not in the band at the time, so it kind of sucks that I didn't get to see the band, fronted by her. But it was still a great fucking show. And when I heard The Bald Cadaver, which you guys should stop this video and do right now, The Bald Cadaver is one of the best fucking death metal songs ever fucking written. Straight up and simple. It's so fucking good. The vocals are on point. The riffs are, there's constant tempo changes, which are fucking tempo changes, not tempo changes. Constant tempo changes, the drums are on track. That song is just perfection from top to bottom. But yeah, another one that I think would really be fucking great to recommend is Entombed and Butchered Bodies, because there's a very unique chorus section in there that kind of goes like, but yeah, so fucking great. And again, Sam's vocals are very, very guttural. Like, if you play this for anybody, there's no way they'll believe that those vocals are coming from this tiny woman. Very, very, very great vocals. But yeah, another one that's great, 24-Year Party Dungeon. Flesh Reflects the Madness, a very evil sounding song. But yeah, great fucking record. I really wish these guys kept it going, man, because the way this album sounds, it's amazing, man. Like, it's really, really good. It came out in 2011. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I discovered these guys the same time I discovered Dying Fetus. I went into my local record store, and I was, of course, looking for some good death metal, and I had heard about these guys on Infidel Amsterdam's channel, so I'm like, fuck it, blind buy it. And goddamn, the instant fucking Bald Cadaver came on, I was fucking sold, man. I was like, god fucking damn, this song is the shit. There's also a music video for that song if you want to go check it out. But yeah, just check out this album in general. Fucking great death metal from Scotland, and hopefully they get together back together one day and just release some more material, because I would love to see what else these guys have in store for us. But like, again, it's been over a decade, so chances are slim, but hey, you never fucking know. Cerebral Bore, Maniacal Miscreation. Alright, now getting to a band that I am barely getting into now. I've always heard their name, always heard their material, sporadically throughout my metal journey, but I've never really bought an album from them at all. But now I'm glad I finally own one, and I finally own a great fucking copy. Hell's Headbangers, luckily, restocked this literally, I want to say 2 weeks ago. And once I saw it, I'm like, I'm going to fucking get it. I'm going to blind buy it, because I just want to get into this band to see what they're all about. And holy shit, I'm glad I did. This is Hemorrhage's Emetic Cult. Beautiful fucking picture disc. And I listened to this, guys, and you know how picture discs get flack for, sounding a little hissy. There's like little hisses when the fucking song's end. You can hear like the grooves kind of changing. No hiss at all in this one, you guys. Might as well just be a fucking colored record. Hemorrhage with Emetic Cult. Woo, man. If you're into Carcass, I mean, the Reek and Symphonies of Sickness album, Reek of Putrefaction and Symphonies, you're gonna like Hemorrhage, man. This is nothing but fucking early Carcass Worship, which is great. That punky gore grain sound, fucking great, man. The first song that really hooked me in was Deranged by Loathsome. And I think, though, for sure, my favorite song has got to be Via Anal Introspection. That fucking main riff, holy fucking shit. That song, it's on repeat for sure. Very often, that's the song I go back to the most on that album. But yeah, man, Via Anal Introspection, Deranged for Loathsome, Grotesque Embryo Pathology, that's another fucking great one. Another one of the shorter ones that I really like is Anatomized. Great fucking riffing in that one, you know, straight up and simple. I think it's like 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes. So fucking great, man. You'll find some long ones here, some short ones, but all around great fucking gore grind that you definitely should get. And I can't wait to get more releases by Hemorrhage. The only release that I really remember listening to, or at least delved into a little bit, I can't remember what the album is called, but it's the kind of the Severed Survival worship one. It kind of looks like Severed Survival with the guys with masks on and shit, you know, doing an operation and shit. I don't remember what it's called, but definitely gonna get some more Hemorrhage soon. I'm glad that I got this to start it off, the Hemorrhage collection at least. Will be getting some more Hemorrhage stuff. I mean, I can't wait to see what else I get from these guys, because this record is the shit. I've been listening to it quite a bit actually this week. It's been on repeat because, you know, it's a fresh listen. I had never listened to it before. This is literally a record that I just listened to this year. So I'm really fucking happy about this. Hemorrhage and Metacult. Go fucking listen to it, you guys. All right. All of you should know this, especially if you're into death metal. Everyone should know this fucking record, and everyone should know this fucking band. Slaughter Cult. Exhumed's second full length, and holy fucking shit. It just gets better with every fucking listen, man. I mean, come on. This is the vinyl treatment that Hell's Headbangers luckily put out for us, and it's just fucking amazing. Some of these pictures here in the collage were donated by the owners of Hell's Headbangers. I think, yeah, they're big fans of Exhumed. Obviously, you guys have seen Hellcast and shit. Gave Matt Harvey some pictures. You know, some pictures of them are in here, but yeah, it's a great fucking collage of endless fucking pictures of these guys, and they always keep the gore alive, especially back then. Those of you who are fans of Exhumed know that Raw Sewage unfortunately didn't do tracks on this one, but you know what? Doesn't really matter, man. Cole Jones really fucking picks it up. Mike Beams, of course, being the fucking drummer, Matt Harvey being the gore saw in the front lines, but yeah, man. This one, I mean, you guys should really know this record already, but I think there's the fucking classics here. Axe to Grind, fucking Forged in Fire, Formed in Flame. The Axe was made to grind, I should say. Deep Red is another good one. My favorite is Slave to the Casket. One of the greatest death metal love songs, or maybe the only death metal love song there is out there, man. I mean, this guy loved, the story is, the song is about this guy who, you know, I guess lost his lover very recently, so he sneaks back into her casket and starts fucking her and kissing her and all this shit. Necrophilia at its finest. I mean, come on, it's Exhumed. How could there not be a necrophiliac song? But yeah, Slave to the Casket, for sure, one of the best fucking Exhumed songs ever. Forged in Fire, Formed in Flame is about stealing a girl's pussy shoved with like a hot ass fucking blade or some shit like that, something along those lines. I mean, come on. How is this record not sold you already if you have not heard it? But yeah, let me show you guys the gatefold here with the lyrics and shit. The guys there, Cole Jones, Mike Beams, and the good old legendary Matt Harvey. And there you go, there's a track listing. And those of you who know about this record knows that it comes with an orange and red blood splatter, which looks like this. Fucking amazing, man. Fucking Hell's Headbangers always hitting it out with the park with these fucking releases, and I'm so glad that they released this one. I hope they actually release the other Exhumed albums eventually, man. Especially like Anatomy is Destiny. Fuck, man, I really want to get that one on vinyl, but that one is impossible to find. Actually, any Exhumed record now is very hard to find on vinyl. I mean, besides Death Revenge and Horror, dude, it's very impossible to find fucking Exhumed records now, which I'm very disappointed to this day. I was not into Exhumed when, especially when All Guts No Glory came out. They actually released a record that looked a lot like this, saw-shaped. This is a saw-shaped 10-inch that comes with the rehearsals and some re-recording of the songs. Fucking amazing, man. I really love this design. It's fucking awesome, man. Hell's Headbangers always going the extra mile for these releases, and holy shit, it's very fitting for fucking Exhumed. I mean, come on. But yeah, man, like I said, you guys should know this record. It's a classic in death metal, classic in gore grind, classic in death grind. I cannot get this fucking saw. There we go. Back in their fucking sleeve. But yeah, Slaughter Cult, fucking classic, second full length for fucking Exhumed. Never gets fucking old, gets heavier with every listen. So yeah, listen to Slave to the Casket and Forge in Fire, Forge in Flame, Deep Red, and Fester. Yeah, man, there's a lot of great ones in this one. Decrepit Crescendo. I always remember Decrepit Crescendo being actually, the first time I saw Exhumed, they opened with that song, Decrepit Crescendo, and goddamn, I still to this day cannot believe that there was only like 20 people in the venue that day. It was so fucking disappointing to see. I'm like, great, Exhumed's never gonna come back now. But fortunately they did, and I saw them quite a few times. Exhumed always puts on a great show. Like I said, that first show we went to, it was me and my friend. Actually, we saw Exhumed twice that year, now that I remember. I think that was the Old Guts No Glory tour, now that I remember. And it was fucking great, man. That album is the shit. But yeah, that tour was the shit. And like I said, there was only 20 people in there, so me and my friends were right in the front. I was right by Matt Harvey, and the fucking mascot came out and fucking had the head, the classic Exhumed head for gore metal, and just fucking dumped blood on me. I literally was the only one that got drenched in blood because I was just going crazy at that show. But yeah, man. Exhumed always putting on a great show. If you guys can ever catch Exhumed in your town, I really recommend you do. And now, let's talk about their latest album. Raw Sewage's, one of Raw Sewage's great fucking comebacks. Horror by Exhumed. Goddamn, I really like the aesthetic and the layout of this album. Just look at that, the old school feel with the VHS tapes there, and the fucking great spot gloss. I don't know if you can see it there on the cover. Fucking amazing, man. Now, I should start off by saying the first comeback record for Raw Sewage for Exhumed was Death Revenge. But that one didn't catch me. I'm not going to give up on it yet because, yeah, I'm not going to give up on it. It just didn't catch me that day. It just didn't hook me in. I felt like it was a little slower than I expected it to be, which with Exhumed, I really like speed and, you know, just aggression. But yeah, not giving up on it. But this one, the horror, immediately hooked me in with fucking, especially Unsound, the song that starts it all off. The biggest selling point of this record, besides being the collaboration between Sewage and Harvey again, is Matt Harvey's screams, you guys. His screams are what sell this record to me time and time again, and this is why I come back to it so much now. Came out in 2019, but let me show you guys what the record itself looks like before I get any farther into this. Just look at that, man. Clear with pink and orange splatter. Fucking beautiful, man. Shit, fucking slick. But yeah, dude, with me, I mean, the fact that Raw Sewage is back on the lineup, I mean, sure, he didn't show up for some of the Exhumed releases, but dude, it just feels natural with Ross back. And then Gore Metal is my favorite Exhumed record to this day. It's the best one they ever released, in my opinion. So just hearing him, you know, fucking collabing with fucking Matt Harvey again, and just hearing those growls to fucking Matt Harvey shrieks, it just fits together so fucking well. Since the songs are really short on this one, I'm gonna give you my top 3 on each side. Top 3 on side A, for sure, the opener, Unsound, fucking amazing. And my favorite song out of the album in its entirety, The Red Death. Starts off with 3 vocalizations, and you guys know I'm a sucker for oohs or anything like that. Starts with ow, and just goes fucking crazy after that. But yeah, man, Unsound, The Red Death, and of course, Ripping Death. Ripping Death! Ripping Death! Ripping Death! Ripping fucking Death! And on side B, for sure, Naked Screaming Covered in Blood. There's a very campy music video out there if you guys want to see it for Naked Screaming Covered in Blood. I think it is, or Playing with Fear, one of those two. But yeah, it's a great fucking music video. And Playing with Fear has got to be my favorite off of side B, because I think that song contains Matt Harvey's longest scream in this fucking record, and it's so fucking satisfying to hear. I kind of get chills listening to that fucking song all over. But yeah, Playing with Fear, Naked Screaming, Covered in Blood, and for sure Reanimated, the closer. Great fucking closer to this fucking record. It slows down just a little bit, but goddamn, it closes it out so fucking beautifully, so fucking perfectly. So yeah, guys, get your hands on this record. Get your hands on fucking Exhumed records, because I hope they come out with something soon. It's been, what, 3 years now since well, I know they released an EP after this one. I have not listened to that yet. I am, the name's escaping me right now, but hopefully we get another Exhumed full length very soon, because I just fucking can't get enough of fucking Exhumed. And this one, I mean, back to their roots, back to the gore metal sound, timing out to maybe a little more than 26 minutes. So it doesn't even keep keep you for that long. I mean, I wish it was longer, but that's what you want in a record. You want it to be longer. Like if it fucking drags, that can be a problem. So I feel like whenever a band leaves you wanting for more, that's what you want. So yeah, this record definitely left me wanting for more. Exhumed, or if you have not heard it, please do. And if you don't have a lot of time, listen to Utter Mutilation of Your Corpse. Literally 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds, right? Listen to this, you guys. Listen to horror. All right, moving on to, oh man, another new discovery for me. Hell's Headbangers is just hitting it out of the park with these fucking reissues, man. This is a band that I wish I would have fucking listened to way back in the day, because the vocals instantly hooked me in. I feel like the vocalist definitely has some fucking Glenn Benton, Once Upon the Cross era kind of sound, and it just hooked me right in. And of course, I'm talking about Divine Empire's Redemption. This is their debut album. I have never heard of these guys, but I'm so fucking glad I did now. You know, props to fucking Hell's Headbangers for putting out these fucking cult releases that none of us had any idea about. I mean, I'm pretty sure many of you out there had not even listened to this record, have not even heard of these guys, and if you have, I'm fucking glad you have. But if those of you who haven't, stop right now and go listen to the song Out for Blood, which is my fucking favorite out of this one. But look at this fucking vinyl color, you guys. Fucking red swirls with fucking white. Fucking Hell's Headbangers just cannot do any wrong, man. Look at this fucking color. I'm just obsessed with this fucking vinyl cover. But yeah, like I said, you guys, 3-piece for this one. As you guys can see right there, the guy's there, Jason. He's the bassist for Malevolent Creation. Now, he has done vocals for Malevolent Creation, some Malevolent Creation albums. I think only a couple. But with Malevolent Creation, sad to say, I only listened to the first 2 records. I have those first 2 records, you know, engraved in my memory at this point. But yeah, I've never really listened to other Malevolent Creation releases, so I probably should change that now. But yeah, Jason, for sure, fucking amazing vocalist. Like I said, sounds like Glenn Benton from Once Upon the Cross era. Just fucking great. Now, this fucking record is death metal, straight up and throughout. But there's definitely some thrashing influences there, which their genre in Metal Archives is death thrash. But nah, man, these guys are straight up death metal. At least this record is. I have not listened to any other of their records, just any other releases, but yeah, man, this record fucking kills, man. It's pummeling, it's powerful. Death metal is all hell, like I said. Out for Blood is one of the fucking greatest songs on this fucking record. But my favorite, I think, has got to be Born of Sin. Hidden Hatred is a great fucking opener, but if I had heard, okay, I should say this. This is a timeline of me buying the record. I heard, you know, Hidden Hatred. Waited a while to buy the album, but if I had heard the song Born of Sin first, I would immediately, that second, bought this record. Because, I mean, that song sold the shit out of me for this one, man. Sold this record. I don't even know what I want to say. It just sold me, okay, you guys? It's a great fucking listen, great fucking record. And I've been making up for lost time this fucking past week. This fucking past month, actually, because I cannot get enough of this fucking record. Out for Blood, Born of Sin, Criminal Instinct has a great fucking ender there. Kiss My Ass, saying it all, kiss my ass. It's fucking great. Pray for Deliverance, another great one. But yeah, like I said, Hidden Hatred, Born of Sin, and Out for Blood for sure are the top 3 out of these. And I'm still kind of, you know, discovering this album more and more, you know, getting used to it more and more. I mean, from what I've heard, it just has not gotten old yet. And Divine Empire with Redemption. Get your hands on this fucking debut. Get your hands on this record. Because I think there's, I think the limitation is 500 copies on Hell's Headbangers. They released it last year, 2021. There's 100 on black and 400 of this variant. So yeah, get your hands on this record, give it a listen, and let me know what you think, because it's definitely one of my top favorites of this fucking year for sure. Like, I fucking love this record. I cannot believe I had not listened to these guys ever. So yeah, like I said, making up for lost time. Hopefully you do it as well if you have never listened to it. Divine Empire with fucking Redemption. It's fucking great. Well, yeah, let me actually, yep, see, there you go. There's a limitation sticker for you guys, a hype sticker. So you guys can read what these guys are all about, but you will not regret this, man, especially if you like fucking Deicide. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Whoo! Moving on. Got a few more for you guys here. Here we go with the debut record from another fucking Titans, some more Titans of death metal, and of course this is one of my favorite death metal bands of all time, maybe in my top 5. But this is their debut album, Purification Through Violence. And of course, I'm talking about the almighty Dying Fetus. Now, this is a 2021 reissue by Relapse Records. Very, very nice bone white record. Nothing wrong with it. Sounds fucking beautiful. I mean, if you guys have listened to Dying Fetus ever, a lot of groove, a lot of breakdowns, and there's a lot of this in here, especially in Blood Force Trauma. And which other one has a lot of breakdowns? I don't know, man. Blood Force Trauma for sure feels like straight up like a hip hop song. And those of you guys that are fucking Dying Fetus fans, well, it doesn't sound like a hip hop song, but it does definitely has some hip hop feel to it. And those of you who are Dying Fetus fans know that John Gallagher and company were very into fucking, you know, old school hip hop and shit like that. So you can definitely hear that influence in here, and that always sold me because I'm a very big fan of hip hop. I mean, Wu-Tang forever, right? So, yeah, man. But this album fucking kills, dude. I mean, yeah, Blood Force Trauma, Skullfuck, fucking Skullfuck for sure is definitely another favorite of mine. Raped on the Altar. Okay, I gotta say something, you guys. Relapse Records has disappointed me many times past. The first huge disappointment that they disappointed me with was Numbskull's Ritually Abused reissue. The track listing was fucked up. The record started with track 3 instead of track 1. So it started with track 3, and then on side B, tracks 1 and 2 were the last tracks on the record, which is so fucking stupid because I really like that record, and the fact that they didn't give a shit to check pisses me off. Anyway, second fuck up, I think that really bothered me was the GISM, Gizm, whatever you want to call them, the Japanese black thrash fucking band. They fucking re-released their first album, and the fucking Obi strip doesn't move. I guess so they can just block some fucking, I guess there was a swastika on there in the original fucking record cover, and they fucking glued the Obi strip to the fucking record. Why the fuck would you do that? Who the fuck cares? It's fucking metal, you guys. But the disappointment on this one, Raped on the Altar, is definitely one of my favorite songs. One of the first Dying Fetus songs I was very obsessed with. It starts off, for those of you who know the song, a sample of a girl that got abused by a priest, talking about how he forced his cock in her mouth and shit like that. That sample is not in this record. Now, call it, you know, saving time or whatever. I don't know what the fucking call was for not adding the sample on the fucking song. But seeing how this is a 2021 release, I could definitely see the places at Relapse being like, oh, we need to be PC. We can't fucking add this fucking sample because it's very graphic and it's unnecessary. It's very shitty. It's very graphic. The one genre you should never censor, especially never ever fucking censor, is fucking metal. Why would you censor it? It's not like they're condoning rape and fucking sexual abuse. They're depicting it, man. It's a fucking fake sample. I don't know, man. That just really bothered me because once, you know, I heard the song, I'm like, where the fuck is the sample? And seeing how it's Relapse Records, I can definitely see one of them fucking making the call saying, oh, let's take that sample out because, you know, we want to be PC. That's the feel I get from Relapse Records, man. They just fucking, I don't know, man. That's a bitch move, in my fucking opinion. So that really pissed me off about this record. So I might be getting an earlier press of it because that really disappointed me. It was a really, like I said, bitch move on Relapse's part. I don't know what the reasoning is. Again, I don't know what the reasoning is, again, why they did not add the sample to that song. But all in all, I feel like it was unnecessary, and it's fucking stupid. But anyways, let's get back to the record. Again, Blood Force Trauma, Skull Fucked, Nothing Left to Pray For. That's another great slow one that you guys should fucking get. Scum Fucked the Week. They covered Scum. Napalm Death Scum starts with, I think, the session drummer, like, throwing up near the recording room. I think I read in the liner notes that that's what that is. And then, again, getting back to the hip-hop worship, Ice Cube ends this fucking record. There's a little passage by Ice Cube just muttered, you know, like maybe 3 or 4 words. I forget what it is now, but it ends with Ice Cube saying some few words to finish out the record. So again, hip-hop influence very heavy with these guys. And again, part of why I really love their sound so much, because there's just so much groove, so much breakdowns, and just gets heavier with every fucking listen. Jason Netherton and the almighty John Gallagher Sharing vocals on this one. Another dual vocal band, and I can show you guys this. This is a fucking insert here. But yeah, strong fucking debut. A lot of people don't like it. They say it's, lacking. I don't think so, man. I think it's a great debut. I've never really found anything wrong with this one. It's the one, I do admit, that next to War of Attrition, the one I come back to the least. But every time I come back to it, I mean, I just love it even more and more. And I mean, that fucking record cover, it's fucking, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. This is not the original artwork, I think, for the CD, but this is my preferred one. Just Jesus there with fucking, I don't even know what the fuck's going on with him, but yeah. Any insult to Jesus is okay in my book. But yeah, Purification Through Violence, fuck Relapse, because I don't know what the fuck they're thinking sometimes. Who cares? They have great catalog, but they always just fucking find some way to fuck it up, I feel like. But, talking more about Dying Fetus, this is, I think, next to Killing on Adrenaline, a very, very close second. And that is, of course, Destroy the Opposition. Another perfect album, in my opinion. Nothing at all is wrong with this fucking record. And this one comes with the Reduced to Slavery bonus track, which originally I heard on the Grotesque Impalement Digipack, which I'm looking at right now. So fucking good. But since it's not really part of the record, I'm not really going to add it as a part of my top tracks on this one. But if it was, definitely my top tracks, because talk about fucking breakdowns in this song. But speaking of breakdowns, it comes in standard black. I guess I should get that out of the way. Yeah, beautiful standard black. Very hard to find on vinyl nowadays. You can't even find it on Discogs now, because I, kind of went deep diving into the Discogs marketplace, and I cannot find this anymore on vinyl. So if you guys see this at a record store, get it. Trust me, get it. But yeah, man, this is a classic. At this point, if you're a death metal fan, you've heard this album many times. I hope you have at least. But if you have not, it's gonna catch your attention straight up from the top. Fucking Praise the Lord, Opium of the Masses. One of the most classic riffs ever. Fucking amazing, man. Yeah, but Epidemic of Hate is, I guess, my second favorite track on that record. You can definitely heavily feel the hip-hop influence in that song, because I feel like Jason and John Gallagher definitely have a back and forth that feels like very old school hip-hop in a way. And I don't know, man, it just feels like if someone, hopefully they don't do this, but if someone, converted that into a rap song, it would work very well. But the best fucking song on this record, hands down, $10,000 bet. I bet that this song is the best fucking song on this record, hands down. Justifiable Homicide. God damn. That song is full of fucking breakdowns. I mean, every song on this record for sure has a breakdown, but this one has a breakdown in the fucking 1 minute mark and the 2 minute mark, and it just ends with a 1 minute, ends with a fucking breakdown. And it just gets so fucking good with every listen, man. Man, the best fucking breakdown has got to be the first one, when it just finally just slows down for the first time, and Jason just comes in with a "cut them down to fucking size," and it just goes into fucking one of the greatest fucking death metal breakdowns of all fucking time. This album, like I said, nothing is wrong with it. I fucking love it. It gets better with every listen. If you've never listened to this, please just listen to it from top to bottom. You will love it. A lot of course, a lot of sweeps. John Gallagher likes to keep his shit technical. Kevin Talley's drumming is phenomenal. Kevin Talley is a phenomenal drummer, and anything he's involved with, pretty much I'm a fan of. But yeah, Kevin Talley, Jason Netherton, and John Gallagher for sure are my favorite members of Dying Fetus. I mean, Sean Beasley and Trey Williams, I think, are currently the drummer and the bass player for Dying Fetus now. I really love them, but I think the core members that I really always just loved hearing were Jason Netherton playing the bass, and of course the shrieking vocals to Kevin Talley's, phenomenal drumming. I mean, that guy, there's a video on YouTube, if you guys want to check it out, where he's filming, I think, a song for Misery Index, and dude, he puts on a clinic in that fucking video. It's so fucking good. That guy just had tremendous speed, and it just always shows in this fucking record. But yeah, Dying Fetus, Justifiable Homicide, Reduced to Slavery, Epidemic of Hate, the opener, Praise the Lord, so many fucking good ones. In Times of War, Born in Sodom, I could keep going. Listen to this fucking record. You will not regret it if you have not done so already. Down to the last two, and these are legendary, to say the least. At least they should be. Classics. UK fucking death metal, some of the best fucking death metal I've ever heard. These two remain some of my fucking favorite albums of all time. Maybe one of them's in the top 20 for sure, but this one is the one that started it all for me with this band. And this is Cancer's Death Shall Rise, a peaceful reissue. And holy fucking shit, I am so fucking just relieved that I have this on record now, because this one, I actually pulled it out just so I can show you guys. This is the only Cancer analog release I had for a long time, and it did the job, but I was just like, I have to have this record so bad that I didn't even buy the CD first. I bought the tape first way back when. And I mean, the instant I heard Hung, Drawn, and Quartered, this album is just straight up death metal, and it's so foreboding, man. I mean, and also, if that doesn't sell you enough, you guys probably recognize this dude, which is he's a very prominent figure in the death metal genre. Of course, of Disincarnate fame, death fame, and of course, Cancer fame, Obituary fame. The list goes on and on. James fucking Murphy, fucking taking over the solos and the riffing for this fucking record, and goddamn, it works so goddamn well. Death Shall Rise, like I said, Hung, Drawn, and Quartered has got to be my favorite, because that's the song that started it all for me as far as Cancer goes, and also features Glenn Benton as backing vocals. So I mean, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what else will. Every song on this record is fucking great, you guys. The one that I kind of I'm not really into, and I kind of always skip, but to be honest, I don't pay attention to, is Tasteless Incest. That was kind of eh. But other than that, every single song on this record fucking kills. Listen to Gruesome Tasks, especially. I really love James Murphy's solo work in that one, especially towards the end of the first solo he has. I think he only has one solo in that song. But yeah, the whammy work in that fucking song, oh, it always fucking gets me. And of course, I think the title track has got to be my third favorite. But again, Back from the Dead, I mean, inject the brain, going insane, body pulsating, back from the dead. Fuck yeah, dude. Eternal Decay. So many fucking great songs on this record. You will love every single song on this record. I do not fucking doubt it. But let me show you guys the best fucking part of this record here. A very fitting, solid, beautiful red vinyl. Thank you, Peaceville. Look at that fucking beauty, you guys. Woo! I remember when I first saw this, I'm like, oh shit, because I don't think I knew it was colored. I just bought it blindly on Discogs, and I think I bought it sealed. Was it from Discogs, or I forget where I fucking bought it from. But the point is, I did not know it was colored. So when I opened this up and I saw that fucking color, fuck, I was like, fuck yes. Not only do I have this record finally in my collection, but it's a fucking colored vinyl. I just fucking love that. But yeah, man, Death Shall Rise. I can't say enough good things about this record. I mean, the fact that it has, you know, death metal royalty on there, James Murphy on there, and of course John Walker, the vocalist, guitarist, Ian Buchanan, the bassist, Carl Stokes, the drummer. Phenomenal drumming on fucking Hung, Drawn, Quartered, and Gruesome Task, and Burning Casket. Great fucking drumming from these guys. Great unit. Great addition to the band. Cancer, Death Shall Rise. Can't say enough good things about this record, you guys. I mean, just go listen to it. Hung, Drawn, and Quartered for sure will draw you in, and you will be a Cancer fan if you are not already. So yeah, go get this record. Go get this reissue if you can find it, because you will not regret it. Cancer, Death Shall fucking Rise. And now, last but not fucking least, man. I fucking love this record. My favorite Cancer record. And if you don't want to listen to anything else, just listen to this one. This is all you fucking need from Cancer. And this is To the Gory End. And if you guys are fans of George A. Romero, this scene should look very, very familiar, especially if you've seen Dawn of the Dead. 78, not the modern one. 78, Dawn of the Dead. This should look very familiar to you. But To the Gory End, oh my God. Death Shall Rise is a little slower, and this one is not that fast, but it's not that slow either, man. And John Walker's vocals in this one, I really love how primitive they sound. This album in general sounds very primitive compared to Death Shall Rise. And Death Shall Rise, the songs were a little more, I guess, composed, if you will, a little more structured. And then this one, it's just raw, gritty, gory, death fucking metal, you guys. Into the Acid, for sure, has got to be the best fucking song on this record. The riffing on that is insane. Cancer, fucking Die Die, which includes backing vocals from another death metal legend, John fucking Tardy from Obituary. Don't know if you've heard of him, but yeah, man. This is back when Cancer was a three-piece with John Walker there, Ian, and Carl Stokes there on drums. Nothing is wrong with this record, you guys. I fucking love it. It's perfect from top to bottom. Not that long, not that slow. Fucking piercing vocals, and Bloodbath, the starter, just gives you a preview of what you're about to get into. It starts off with a fucking crazy shriek from John, and then it ends with some of the greatest fucking words ever muttered in a fucking death metal song, which is, "So I came for you for death." Oh my god, that fucking part always gives me chills, you guys. But yeah, man. Into the Acid, like I said, I think it's got to be my top track on this one. Bloodbath, Cancer, Body Count, Die, fuck, the list goes on and on, you guys. I think this record, there's more than 3. All of them are fucking great. I love every single song on this record. It just cannot do any wrong for me. Here's the printed inner sheet here, printed inner sleeve, I should say, with the guys and the lyrics in the back. But, are you guys ready for this? Also came in colored vinyl. And it's one of my favorite fucking colors. A very fitting, almost neon highlighter yellow colored vinyl. So fucking fitting because you can see like little hints of fucking yellow there. And the logo, which I fucking love, and then also the label there. It just fits so well. I mean, just look at this shit. I just cannot get enough of this record, guys. I mean, every time I listen to it, it's got to be full blast. I can never listen to this record in the background. It's always got to be in the foreground to listen. I mean, basically, when you're listening to vinyl, it's always in the foreground of what you're doing. But this one especially is. I always have to listen to this at least at 50. It's just, you have to listen to this loud. I mean, sure, metal in general, I'm sure all of you can agree, it has to be listened to loudly. But this one is extra loud in my fucking repertoire. It has to be fucking extra loud when I'm listening to this. But yeah, nothing wrong with this record. I'm so fucking relieved that I own this. I might even buy another copy of this record if I can find it, if it's just in solid black or in another color, because I just love it that much, man. Both of these records here. I luckily got to see Cancer live, Maryland Death Fest 12, I think. Yeah, I got to see them. They didn't play anything from Sins of Mankind, but they played many songs from both of these fucking classics, and I was so fucking ecstatic to witness that. They played fucking Cancer, Hung Drunk Quartered, of course. I think they also played fucking Into the Acid, but yeah, man, it was fucking phenomenal. I love fucking Cancer. I love well, I haven't listened to anything past Into Mankind. I was about to say I love everything they've done, but I've only listened to their stuff up to Sins of Mankind. I know they have 2 or 3 more full lengths after Sins of Mankind that I've not listened to. So maybe eventually I will. I know one of them is like complete ass. Like I remember like listening to it, I think very, very briefly, and I just did not like what I heard. But I have not listened to their 2 latest ones. I don't know. But as far as Cancer goes, man, all you need is this, man. All you need is this. And if you want to get fucking Death Shall Rise as well, definitely do so, because this can do no wrong in my book. Cancer to the Gory End. Get this shit on record. Get this now. But so we come to the end of the fucking video, you guys. I hope you guys discovered some new bands, discovered some new sounds. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this one. Let me know what you guys think of this fucking stack. If you guys made any new discoveries, if you guys want me to listen to anything new, maybe by Malevolent Creation, any other album that you guys would recommend, because like I said, I only listened to only their first 2, fucking the 10 Commandments and Retribution. So any other Malevolent Creation albums that you guys want to recommend, I'm open for that. I probably might do that right after this, because I might speak about some Malevolent Creation records soon, so we'll see about that. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, thank you for all the support and all the likes and all the comments you guys have left I always appreciate it, and I will see you guys next week. See you guys later.